Hey friends, it's Charles here. You know, the one thing I love about collecting comics is the tactile feel of the comic, actually getting it in your hand. I don't do digital comics because we spend far too much of our lives in tablets anyway. And so I love physically collecting, and another plus is you can go back and reread and re-enjoy and rediscover books that you may have forgotten or that you would have that you really enjoyed. And so I love going back and revisiting some of these great stories. And tonight I picked up the Cimmerian, the Queen of the Black Coast. When this released, the only Conan books that were being put out was via Marvel Comics, and they had the property back then. And it was very much when they were focusing on the MCU, the Disney tie-ins, and so everything was pretty family friendly. And if you are familiar with the original Robert E. Howard um, original Conan, it is not a family friendly clean story. It's full of violence, sex, and just insanity. And so, what the Cimmerian did is it took that Conan property and built a comic book out of the original stories from the 30s of Robert E. Howard's, and I really enjoyed it. There were a few of these different collections. There was Queen of the Black Coast, um, which was two books. There was The Frost Giant's Daughter, um, all kinds of great books from Ablaze Comics in that 2021-2022 time frame. Let's see what else. Yeah. The People of the Black Circle was another one that was put out around that same time. And so I took a reread of this, and I really enjoyed it. The first thing you notice is, like I said, the violent and mature content. You look at the fight scenes and the way that the blood and flesh saturate the entire panel. And it's the art style in this is very. It really brings you in. I'm not gonna show that one. I don't want to get this one. I don't want to get in trouble here on YouTube. But yeah, it's just a fun read. Like I said, it's not something you're gonna want to read in front of you know children or grandparents or anything like that. But what it is it's really a violent love story. We meet Conan, who is in a strange land with technology he doesn't care for or understand, and just a way of life that is foreign to his, soldier of fortune lifestyle. Um, and he falls afoul of the law because of something that his friend got into, and he refused to give him up. And so instead of giving up his friend and walking free, he murders a judge, steals a horse, and books it out of town and ends up stowing away on a pirate ship. And, he's like, hey, I'm a soldier of fortune. You pay me, I'll do whatever. And they're fairly successful until they come across, the dreaded Queen of the Black Coast. And while his compatriots wanted to flee, he decided he was going to take the fight to him. And in the midst of battle, the dreaded Queen of the Black Coast and him, they come into contact. And instead of destroying each other, it is some kind of crazy love at first sight. I think they appreciate the battle and the violence in each other as much as anything else, and so he instantly, switches allegiances because he's, you know, I won't say he's an evil character, but he is unabashedly selfish. He doesn't pull any punches. He goes with the winning team and who has the most money and the most opportunity for him to spill blood. And they form this kind of sick allegiance that really does turn into a love. And when I first started reading Conan, it was in the Marvel Universe, and you hear about Bellet, and she was the, in a sense, catalyst of a new Conan, a more loving, emotionally open, and hurt Conan. And when I went to the back issues from Dark Horse Comics, you actually got to see that relationship, and the subsequent loss of Bellet and how it affected him through the Dark Horse Conan series. And this is a throwback to that. In this first book, it's they come together. They are pillaging and destroying and having crazy sex. Yeah, I'm thinking I might do a review of number two. I'm definitely gonna read that one tonight. But this ends on he destroyed this giant serpent. Long live Conan, and now they're kind of off to a mysterious land of giant serpents and mystery. And so I'm looking forward to getting back into that. And here is the cover from number two. So I'm going to be getting into that one here soon. And if you can, you should be able to get the trade from your local bookstore. If you don't have a local bookstore, go to Previews World, see if you can get that trade publication. And I would suggest picking it up at Coffee and a Comic. They have great deals on shipping. And if you're a viewer of mine, you can get 15% off of your order through the end of August by using code OLDNERDWY. So anyway, that has been my review of Cimmerian, Queen of Black Coast #1. And I will see you guys soon. Until then, keep reading them books, dig into them back issues, and tell me what your favorite run of Conan. Was it the Marvel run? Was it the Cimmerian? Was it from Dark Horse? Something else I haven't been able to get into yet. I'm still a fairly new comic reader. So let me know. I will see you guys next time.